Hi everyone, welcome to the Heart of the VA podcast with Blessing Adugo. Today we have an awesome guest and also an amazing topic that I know that a lot of us might want to, hear someone share their story on. And today I'm bringing you Nkechi Ibe, founder and CEO of Onad Ventures. Knowing Nkechi Ibe has been like an eye-opener for me. She's one that not just being a mom, not just being a wife, but she's been able to balance being a founder and CEO and also working successfully as a virtual assistant. Like, her story is one to be heard, her story is one to be shared, her story is one to inspire many. So today, I'm going to introduce her to you all, and I know that you'll be captivated by her story. Nkechi Ibe, how are you doing today?
Thank you, Blessing. I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you for having me on this podcast today.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm more than excited to have you here with me. I'm more than excited to have you here, share your story with our audience. So, the topic, managing work-life balance as a VA and also as a mom. Like, not just managing, thriving successfully as a VA and as a mom. How have you been able to do it? Like, I know that you're also working with 2 international brands and also successfully growing your business Onad Ventures. Just us today, please. How have you been able to do that over the years?
Okay, thank you, Blessing. Such an awesome question. First, I will start with balancing my work life as a mom. It didn't start suddenly. I've been big on prioritization. Like, I know how to prioritize my businesses, my family time, and also my me time. Okay, I started doing this at the inception of Onad, when Onad was conceived. Being into the lending business is a male-dominated business. So being a woman in it and being a wife then and a mom. So I know that for me to succeed, I have to balance each and every one of these aspects of my life so that none will be affected by the other. So what I did then was I made sure I got, I don't know, some women feel is maybe laziness on our part when we get a living hub. Okay, I didn't see it as that. So I knew that if one will not be affected, I have to prioritize my family time, my me time, and the business time. So I got a helping hand at home, put on a daughter. Yes, while nurturing my own daughter to grow up. So what I did was I made sure that much task wasn't waiting for me to come back home to. I made sure that the non-core tasks that don't require my attention, I delegated to my girl to handle. Then I was running a solo business. Onad was a solo business then. It just me into the business. So for me not to be burned out, so I knew that I needed a helper, and I went ahead and got myself one. So that gave me that strength to be focused when I'm at work, and when I'm at home to be focused with my family. When I'm at home, I was able to separate each from the other, so no one was affected. Now, when it was time, because there is always this urge of there is more needs to be done. In running the business, there is this demand for more, and there is also, like, when the demand was so obvious that Nothing should come in between it. I have to go all in for it. The more I was talking about was the business needed more funding, and being a solo business, I don't have that capacity to fund it, to acquire that large market share that I needed, because I was bootstrapping.
Okay.
So I started looking for other means to grow the business to what I wanted it to be, to what the vision is. I was searching for where I will connect the dots from. Then I got to know about freelancing.
Mm-hmm.
When I came across freelancing, being someone who is thirsty for more, someone who needed more, what I did was I went into training. I committed to 1 full month training to learn the core aspect of being a virtual assistant, because I know that working remotely with international companies will be able to fund my dream. Okay, will be able to fund the business.
So just
after
one.
coming,
So you used just like 1 month to do, like 1 month was enough for you to get all the training you needed as a virtual assistant?
No. It wasn't. It wasn't. After 1 month of training, consistent training, there was still this gap of not knowing much, not even knowing how I will start positioning myself, how I will start selling my skills, the skills I learned in that 1 month. I knew that there is still a gap in knowledge, which needs to be bridged with consistent learning, okay, which needs to be bridged with going all in to learn more. And the time, looking at Onad being a solo business, then I can't leave the business to go in fully into freelancing.
Okay.
You know what it will mean? A lot will go wrong.
Yeah,
so
true.
when I discovered that, okay, there is still a gap between where I am and where I'm heading to.
Yeah.
Okay, I went back to the table and got staffs on board.
Okay.
Then delegated 95% of my role.
Wow.
In Onad.
That's a big step. 95%.
Yes. I delegated 95% of my role in Onad to the capable hands that came on board as employees. Then I took over the remaining 5%, which was handling disbursements, when it comes to disbursing loan to clients, to customers, to beneficiary. That now gave me that power, that opportunity to go all in, commit 100% to learning.
To being
So
a VA.
I learned more. After my previous 1 month training, it wasn't enough. It didn't give me that broad knowledge I needed to sell my skills, to acquire more skills. So delegating tasks at home and at Onad gave me that time to go all in, to learn more.
Okay.
So when I went all in, learning from online classes, paid classes, Udemy, I went all in. Then I knew that, yes, now I have what it takes. I'm equipped with the right skills to work internationally with international brands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Then
So
I started.
Yeah, sorry. How has it been since then? Like you said, learning, and you knew that you were already well equipped. You continued learning consistently. So how has it been since then? Learning, knowing that this is what you wanted, knowing that, okay, right now you're ready to push yourself out there. What did you do? Like, let's say the steps you took, how did you position yourself, and how were you able to get the opportunities that you've gotten so far to be able to now know that you can be able to succeed and thrive, both for your brand and for these international brands as well, and also being a mom?
Okay, thank you, Blessing. So when I did my skill mapping and knew that I have what it takes to now work, I have all the tech skills needed for now, because you can't know all, you can't have it all. It's a continuous process. You keep learning as you keep transitioning. So when I knew that for a virtual assistant, I have what it takes now to work, I started my personal branding. I went on LinkedIn and started positioning myself, positioning my personal brand, Nkechi Ibe. I started positioning myself, started branding myself with my acquired skills and life experiences and my business skills. I was able to connect or refine them and then position myself on LinkedIn through professionally optimizing my profile, creating content that sells, doing content marketing, that is selling myself now, putting myself out there. At first, it wasn't easy, even with all the skills and being confident that you now have what it takes. Still, sometimes that imposter syndrome still pops up, and you'll be like, are you sure you can do this? When I see some ideal clients, some ideal companies, I feel like this is where I belong. I need to work with this company. You see that imposter syndrome coming in. Are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you can do that? Okay, I beat it. Sometimes I go back to learning. I'll be like, okay, let me go and check what I already know.
We've all been there, seriously. And you mentioned LinkedIn right now, because I've seen your content on LinkedIn. I've seen what you push out there on LinkedIn, and I think that was how we also connected as well. And it's been, your content, hits the nail on the head. Like, I'm not really surprised that you've gotten where you are right now through that alone, because content marketing is actually very powerful, especially when you know your target audience and how to get them, how to make them, how to make yourself more visible to them. But with all you've said so far, sharing your story, and you mentioned imposter syndrome, were there times, because all this you didn't just do them all in one day, you took it one day at a time, taking steps one day at a time. But were there days where you felt overwhelmed, where you felt, are you sure you're going to continue on this journey, where you felt maybe you were not really enough, where you felt, let me just focus on my brand, I already have my business, so why am I trying to pursue something else? Were there days like that?
Yes, there were days like that, and those days of feeling overwhelmed, burnout, they will keep coming. Okay, as long as you keep growing, you keep encountering them. Even though you're not into freelancing, even running a business alone, you will keep encountering those days that you feel overwhelmed, you feel like throwing in the towel, you feel like telling yourself, I think I gave it my all, I think I gave it my best at this point, you get. So whatever happens, I know I tried, you just want to tell yourself, you did well, whatever be the outcome. Those days keeps coming. As a business person, as a freelancer, as a mom, okay, I keep encountering those days, but in them all, I'm able to overcome, because my focus is on the long-term growth, because I live my life with this mindset of living in the moment with a long-term, with a lifetime vision, okay? Yeah. So when it gets overwhelming, I take a deep breath. Sometimes I meditate, sometimes I go back to my vision board to remind myself why I started in the first place and why I shouldn't give up, and where I was yesterday before I started, where I was when I started, where I am now, and the gap from now to where I'm going to. So those reflections helps me get back on track whenever I feel overwhelmed, whenever I feel like I can't take it anymore. I just go back to, sometimes I journal a lot, not sometimes, I journal a lot, I journal my thoughts a lot. So I go back to my thoughts.
Yeah, that can be therapeutic as well, very, very therapeutic, journaling your thoughts and everything.
Yes.
But I think that's also part of self-care, because that's my next point of question. What would be your advice to moms out there who are also trying to build something for themselves, maybe either their own on-site brand or working remotely? What would be your advice? And, especially when it comes to prioritizing their self-care, Because yes, many people can decide to go on this journey and at the end of the day neglect certain things, maybe be drifted away from their children or from their family because they're trying to pursue a certain goal. But you have been able to successfully manage both, thriving in all that you do. So what would be your advice? Like, what do you do to prioritize your self-care above all?
Okay, as a mom, what I did to prioritize my self-care, I am not biased in saying it, is I got myself a helper because everyone needs that. Okay. I got
Yeah.
myself a helper at home. I delegated 95% of my roles at Onad, and at the brands I work with internationally, I prioritize. Like sometimes during work hours, maybe a teammate will come asking me for something or something that will stop me from performing my role at that time. I will tell them, please, I'm working. I will get back to you during my break time. I know that during that break time that I'm supposed to rest, I can at least spare a few minutes to attend to that and not let it stop me from what I have already set my priorities, my time to doing. Okay. So I was able, what has been helping me as a mom and a freelancer and a business person is I was able to delegate. I know what to delegate, when to delegate it, okay? And I also, letting go of power is what holds most people down. They are so used to that being in power, like, and they don't know how to let go. Okay, I think a good leader should know when to delegate, when to let go, when how to prioritize their time.
Yeah.
That will help you push yourself out there, okay? Because when there's a lot on your table,
You'll be
you won't
overwhelmed.
be able, you'll be able to go all out. As a mom, if there are so many chores choking at home, you'll find out that you always tell yourself there is not enough time for me to push my brand or to build a new career, okay, or to learn a new skill because a lot is demanding at home.
Exactly.
You might not be privileged to get a helper at home, or maybe your children are not grown to assist. But if you can afford it, if you can source it out, like get people to do that and pay them, okay,
Yeah.
you will be able to pursue that which matters the most to you. I
Yeah.
think that's what freelancing is all about. These clients are able to outsource the non-core tasks, so they can pursue the core one, which brings in the more value to them. So if you as
Yes.
a mom can do that, okay, you will be able to push yourself out there, be able to grow, be able to go all in to get what you want. That
Yeah.
helped me. Delegation and prioritization helped me a lot. It's still helping me. So anyone who is aiming to go into a new career should learn how to delegate and let go of the power they are holding and seek help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much on that. Delegation, funny enough, that's what we BAs thrive on as well. Because many of our clients, companies, brands, they delegate important tasks to us, non important tasks as well, so that they can also focus on their core tasks. So, delegation is a very powerful tool. Like you mentioned, also prioritization. So, delegation and prioritization has been your, will I say, not so secret a powerful tool because you've already shared it with us as well. So for moms out there looking for how to thrive in their business, in career, and also working as a virtual assistant, Nkechi Ibe has said it all. You can learn how to delegate, you can learn how to prioritize, and you also learn skills that can help you thrive as a virtual assistant, be able to balance it all successfully. Because if Nkechi Ibe can do it, then obviously you out there as well can also thrive successfully managing your work-life balance, as we all call it, work-life balance as a VA, and also as a mom, as a wife, as an auntie, as a sister, because we all encompass so many things and we're powerful women out there trying to thrive as well. So I would like some, you've said it all, but a few words of encouragement to other people trying to start out there. There are some VAs also who are also thriving out there, but sometimes they can get stuck. There's a point in one's career where you get stuck and maybe you don't know what to do or what to look out for, or maybe the hunger is no longer there. What would be like final thoughts, like advice or motivation to kind of like inspire them to continue to be successful in their journey as virtual assistants?
Okay, my advice to anyone out there who is aspiring to become a virtual assistant or who is already a virtual assistant, probably not getting the results you want yet, I would advise you don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep putting in that 1% every day. If you can be committed to a daily 1% effort, it will compound to a bigger effort that will get you the results you're seeking. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is not there. Everything is within reach for a positive mind. When you have this positive mindset that whatever it is, I will do all it takes. I will commit to it. With that positive mindset, nothing will stop you from getting that which you are aiming for. So no matter how tough it is, always every good thing takes time. It is always tough before it becomes soft. Before it comes to you, you will put in that effort. That effort is needed. Nothing good, no businesses is built in an easy way. Sometimes there are ups, sometimes there are down moments. So in all those moments, keep your mind focused on the goal. Don't ever let your eyes off the goal. Once you're focused, you're determined, you keep showing up every day, being consistent in your pursuit of that particular goal you want in future, you will surely get there. That is my advice to everyone. Don't give up. Nothing can stop the firm resolve of a determined soul. That is what I believe. If you're committed and determined, you will surely get what you want.
Wow. You really, really said it all, Nkechi. You've said it all. There's a point you made. You said something about being soft. There's a way you put it, but like you said, determination, consistency can help you achieve what you want to achieve, because everything is within reach. If you put in your 1% every day, you would actually achieve what it is you want to achieve. Thank you so much, Nkechi, for coming on this episode of the Heart of the VA podcast. I'm so happy to have had you here, share your story, share your insights, and motivate people out there, especially moms who are looking for how to balance their work and their life as a virtual assistant and also as moms. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, listeners, for listening. Thank you for listening. Until our next episode, see you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Blessing.